People in Oxford East have an opportunity to change their Member of Parliament.
And it would be lovely to have Oxford become a completely Liberal Democrat city.
I think a combination of a Liberal Democrat in East Oxford could work with me here in Oxford West to make sure that we deliver real change.
I'm supporting Steve in Oxford because we need somebody we can trust, has integrity, who understands the meaning of fairness and balance.
In Oxford East, what we need is change. We've had Labour for far too long, been very complacent with the people here. Steve Goddard is like a breath of fresh air.
The country needs more Liberal Democrat MPs, but it's about much more than that. It's about the quality of representation people get locally.
Time we had an MP that represented local views.
And I know that Steve will make a great local party MP.
Oxford needs to vote Liberal Democrat, and if you do, you'll have an outstandingly good MP in Steve Goddard.
I think they would benefit enormously from having Steve Goddard elected as their MP.
He's a local guy, he's been on the council, he's worked this area for years.
We do need a real change, and Steve Goddard is the real person for Oxford East.
If you vote for Steve Goddard, you get a vote for changing the way politics is done in Oxford East.
I'm going to vote for the Liberal Democrats for the first time ever in my life because I think we really need a change in the politics of this country, and I think they're the only ones who can give it to us.
People are getting disillusioned, so we need people on board. We need Liberal Democrat, we need new ideas, we need a fresh start for whole politics.
I think many of the principles that the Labour Party used to stand for have been abandoned.
Because what we know from Oxford is that there are areas of deprivation and areas that are quite well off, and we want to bridge that gap.
We think you need a genuinely fair tax system.
Yeah, Labour used to look out for people like me. I don't earn a lot, and I'm now paying more tax than Labour had before, whilst the bankers are going off with their big bonuses.
So 3.5 million low-paid workers and pensioners are lifted out of tax, and everybody on average tax gets a tax cut of £700 a year.
Only Steve, of the main party candidates, recognises the difficulty that students face.
Looking at all the major parties standing in Oxford, Steve Goddard and the Liberal Democrats are the only ones that are actually standing up for students.
Well, Oxford is a city in the vanguard of thoughts and ideas, and Steve Goddard would make a wonderful representative for it.
The Iraq War was a terrible letdown for very many people.
The environment is really important to me, and the Lib Dems are the only one of the major parties that will really fight to protect it.
The only way to get a change is to support the Liberal Democrat.
I'm for Steve Goddard.
Vote for Steve Goddard. That's who I'm supporting.
Vote for Steve Goddard.
Vote for the Liberal Democrats in Oxford East.
I'm in favour of Steve Goddard.
Vote for Steve Goddard.
I'm for Steve Goddard, and I hope you will give him your support.
We'll be the change. We'll be the change. We'll build a fairer room and make a change for you. We'll be the change. We'll be the change. We'll be the change that works for you. We'll be the change. We'll be the change. We'll build a fairer room and make a change for you. We'll be the change.